Pacific County Board of Health, Board of County Commissioners regular meeting, July 11th, 2023.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Okay.
You good?
Yep. We are good.
All right. Morning, everyone. It is July 11th, and the first order of business is the salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alrighty. Those. So, Board of Health is first. Is there any public comment for Board of Health? Hearing and seeing nothing, I will close public comment for Board of Health and entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
I move to approve the regular meeting minutes of July 13th, or June 13th and June 27th, 2023.
And I will second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That concludes Board of Health. So, Board of County Commissioners, we do have a public hearing at 10 o'clock to consider adoption of a budget supplement for fiscal year 2023. We also will have an executive session, probably about an hour, not sure yet, at 10:30. And having said that, we'll get on to the meeting. Is there any public comment for Board of County Commissioners? Mr. Hoover.
I'd like to say that your deputies at the Lavender Festival were well trained, well disciplined, very professional. And you may know I won't say anything more. I would say leave it at that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Harris, did you have anything?
Oh, we talked about it with Jerry. I just was curious because I was in here earlier. I sent Jerry some pictures about a watering encampment that we have out there in North.
I think we got an email about that yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
Is that what he's talking about?
Well, I've gotten a couple and I forwarded them to him. It's on is it on Ashton Street?
It's on Ashton, which is a very short street because of erosion. But yeah, off Whipple, off Tamarack, Whipple off 105. So Whipple off Tamarack, off Ashton. So
Gotcha.
And it's grown.
That's what the picture looked like.
And I haven't been out there over the weekend to see if it got any bigger or any smaller. Maybe they moved out after the 4th of July. Maybe they were there, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I think the one person that we're real familiar with, they moved out of Tokeland off the guy that they moved off the Susie Q or whatever. They had to go to, at the end of Tokeland, there's that...
at the RV park?
The RV park, and he was the last person, and I think he had to go to Superior Court to get him moved out of there.
Oh, yeah, because they're redoing that or something.
And then he moved on to a street, so I found out the whole story. So then he moved on to a street in Tokeland, and a couple community members got together, one being Tom Peterson that has Gale Force,
right?
Which he sold that business a lot of money.
Oh.
Anyway, and so they asked him, "What can we help you?" And so they helped him move out to the where you view the elk out there. And apparently he was there for about 20 days. I don't know if there's a 20-day, but that's also public property. I'm surprised that they were able. He even moved her. But anyway, somehow he ended up over on Ashton. So it's the same individual. So he knows the rules and the regulations.
And he's in the right way, it sounds like. And
so I think what he's doing is if somebody else in that situation shows up, well, yeah, why not? Come camp here for free. So we might have 3 or 4 out there now. You saw the tents, the pictures anyway.
Yeah, I saw the picture yesterday.
Do I own property on both sides of the road? Yes, we do. If we want to use this as to maybe write an ordinance or something, it's not really bothering me right now. They can, until we figure out a way, because if it's happening there, and this was something that we have a neighborhood watch once a month for North Cove and Tokeland, and this is something that came up, and we've had problems in the past, but in the past, before the state of Washington had that court case, we were able to move them out. The sheriff would come up and said, you know, there's no overnight camping here. You know, get moving.
Yeah.
But now they, so anyway, so I was just curious,
Just staying in touch on it.
stay, okay.
All right.
Well,
And,
I
and
have-
the other thing is you know, Cranberry Dave passed away.
Yes,
So,
we acknowledged that at
and
our last
He's got a
meeting.
memorial, I think it's Sunday, July 30th at
Is
the
it?
Grange Hall.
Okay.
There was something, in his obituary, there was a thing. And as you know, we work with Cranberry Dave out there on Beach Erosion. And what we're going to do is, after his memorial and somewhere after, we're going to, the people that were all involved, we're going to try and split up some of his responsibilities. So.
The last thing he would want was for that to fall to the wayside.
Yeah, we're gonna, some of us are gonna take on some of the things, he was working on a CAP 103 and a few things.
Yeah.
And we have enough people that are gonna volunteer to take, he carried a lot of hats.
Yes, he did.
So we've got some people that are gonna try and take over some of his responsibilities and not let it fail.
That's good to hear. Thank you.
That's all I've got. I'm glad you're working with tent campers.
Yeah, well, I just to touch bases on that, Sean at DC knows, and Travis, obviously the code enforcement, and you had expressed some concerns about sanitary issues potentially out there with this.
Yeah, because there are no
campers.
toilets.
Yeah, so,
So I'm going to set up, I was telling Jerry, I was going to set up a camera on our property to see if they're crapping in our woods, on our properties, because they've got to be disposing of their waste somewhere. So somebody said they walked over and had just a friendly conversation with them, and it smelled like a sewage dump. So, wait.
Good morning to everyone.
No, that's all. That's
on
all.
that note, let's see what we
on
can
that
do.
note, I'm great that you're working on it,
Yeah, let's
and I don't mind being the one that helps you with the ordinance or the situation that gets the ordinance written.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other public comment? I don't see anyone.
Spreadman.
Oh, Mr. Spreadman.
So,
Go ahead, Mr. Spreadman.
real quick on,
Oh,
it's just wanted to bring it up at the meeting. I mentioned it to you. It seems that the installed new parking lot LED lighting. Is that correct?
I passed that on when I came in the building yesterday. Well,
Mr. Spredeman, I can speak to that. That
Okay.
lighting has been there for several years, apparently. I spoke with our maintenance crew. They have the ability to get a bucket truck, which they have to have. They're going to get that hopefully next week, and they will adjust those lights a little bit more down.
Okay, yeah, because it is really a helicopter landing kind of. There's no need for them to be lighting up 100 foot and shading, putting shadows on my house 100 feet above them. You're wasting light dramatically, and it seemed that I'm used to the sodium halogen on the building across the street.
oh, okay. Well, we'll see if this
But
takes
these
care of
seem
it.
to be new. I don't remember these shining up into my living
Yeah.
room the way they've been doing for the past week or two.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if somebody adjusted them or if they
we're going
replaced
to work
them,
on
but
that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Looks like the sheriff had a comment.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sheriff. I saw Mr. Spredeman's hand up. So.
I did send some of those pictures to the sheriff on the homeless encampment. When I was sharing with you,
Sure.
Sheriff Garcia, are you still
I don't know
there?
if he has anything to share with us.
Oh, we might have lost him.
He does come to, he has been to a few of our neighborhood watch meetings, and we really like the new sheriff.
Good.
I see.
Oh, we might. I think he was in his car, so we may have lost
he
him.
was on his phone. I know
Well,
when
Sheriff,
he's-
if you can hear us, we'll come back to you when you get back, because I don't see him at all now.
No,
Oh,
I don't.
there he is.
There he is.
can you hear us, Sheriff?
I know he was. It looked at when he was on his phone when the video popped
Okay.
up. It looked a little.
Okay, we'll come back for sure. Okay, so I will close public comment now, and we will move on to consent agenda items 1 through 5.
I move to approve consent agenda items 1 through 5, subject to adequate budget appropriations and all county policies.
I'll second that.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Items regarding the auditor's office, item 6.
Get down here. I move to approve the request for family medical leave for a qualifying event effective July 6th, 2023 through September 28th of 2023.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Items regarding clerk's office, item 7.
I move to approve the hire of Stacy Lorton, Deputy County Clerk, Local 367C, Union Represented, Grade 15, Step 2, effective July 25th, 2023, subject to adequate budget appropriations.
And I will second that motion.
All right. I don't see Emma here, but this is a position that has been in their budget,
Yep.
and they have decided to fill it. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item 8.
I move to adopt resolution number 2023-050, authorizing the county clerk to allow registration and to collect a fee for Odyssey Case Management Systems.
I'll second that motion.
Yeah, and again, this is something that our new clerk, Ms. Rose, has decided to implement to automate their office.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's right.
All righty.
Modernize it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Items regarding the sheriff's office, item 9.
I move to approve the purchase of one X3 HMT blue chair with headrest and one X2 black wide seat chair from Bassett Furniture Direct in the amount of $2,353.94, including sales tax, to be paid from PACOM Special Revenue Fund number 160, subject to adequate budget appropriations.
I second that motion.
Yeah, these chairs have to be replaced once in a while. Our dispatchers kind of live in those chairs, so they're a special.
That's true, and it's been a journey trying to get chairs that, she's trying to find a vendor that will actually let us sit in the darn things before we make the purchase. You know, after COVID, nobody wants you to touch anything, before they go ahead and wrap it up and deliver it. So, yeah, the staff are real happy with these. It's only 2, replacing 2 of the 5 that we have, but we could get rid of the 2 worst chairs that we have in there currently. And these come with a good total 5-year warranty on everything, and then a 15-year warranty on the frames. So they're a pretty good product.
Awesome. Yeah, no, we know we've got to, it's better to rotate them than replace them all at once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Ed. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item 10?
I got a question. Why do you have to
I'm
pay?
sorry.
Why do you have to pay sales tax if you're a government agency
Oh,
buying
yes.
chairs?
That's above my pay grade, Richard. I have no idea.
Are you exempt?
Governor
think
Inslee,
we-
possibly.
I don't think we do on everything. I think it's just depends on what situation it is. Item 10?
We're not a
That's
resale.
weird.
I move to approve the basic service operating contract number E24-031 with Washington State Military Department regarding operations, salaries, and staff training / travel, and authorize the chair to sign.
I second that motion.
Yeah, this is a renewal, isn't it, Ed?
It is our annual grant with the state.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item 11.
I move to acknowledge the resignations of Caitlin Quinn, Corrections Deputy, effective July 7th, 2023, and Kevin Stewart, Road Deputy, effective June 25th of 2023, and I move to approve and request to hire for the vacant positions.
And I second that motion.
And we thank them both for their employment here and wish them well. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Items regarding Department of Public Works.
I move to approve the request to issue call for bids for the purchase of county striping services with the bid opening date scheduled for August 4th, 2023 at 11 a.m. or as soon thereafter as possible.
And I'll second that motion.
Okay, this is something we do every year.
Grace is-
Yeah, Grace is nodding. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 13.
I move to approve the purchase of one new Kubota 700 Series zero-turn mower with a 25.5 horsepower gas Kawasaki and a 60-inch deck from Jennings Equipment Incorporated on state bid contract number 05218 in the amount of $12,688.94, tax and shipping included, to be paid from the Capital Improvements Fund number 301, subject to adequate budget appropriations.
And I second that motion.
I think I see Jennifer on here. We have been trying to get something that wasn't a residential mower to do all our mowing for quite some time, and we found one, huh, Jen?
We did, thankfully. Our mowers this year have been going down one by one, so thankfully we found one that would work for us and that would fit on our trailer. So we're pretty excited to get a new one and shuffle some other mowers around so that our parks can be covered and facilities can be taken care of.
Yeah, tell Rudy and Jeremy to take really good care of it.
Yeah, for sure.
I will.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, item 14.
I move to approve the request for leave credit transfers for employee during family medical leave qualifying event as approved on June 27, 2023, and assign an expiration date of August 8th of 2023.
And I will second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item 15.
I move to approve the 2023 Bruceport Park Maintenance and Operations Contract with Rebecca Sheeline, effective July 15, 2023 through November 30th of 2023.
And I second that motion.
Awesome. Jennifer, they will be starting this weekend, correct?
Yes, they will. They had to take a week and go do some personal things, and they should be here, I believe, they should be here probably tomorrow, I believe is when they come back, and then they'll be all ready to go by this weekend.
Awesome. Awesome. Hoping that goes really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited about them, and they've been cleaning some stuff up before they left to get their area ready to go. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about them.
Awesome. Awesome. Me too.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item 16.
I move to approve the temporary engineering aid hires of Katie Carlisle at a rate of $16.75 per hour, effective July 5th, 2023 through September 29th, 2023. Hannah Cook at a rate of $17.25 per hour. Cadence Swager and Canyon Clemens at a rate of $15.75 per hour, effective July 11th, 2023 through September 29th, 2023, all subject to adequate budget appropriations and successful completion of background checks.
And I second that motion.
Yeah, no, we're happy to have our temps in place, all good kids. Any comments, Jennifer?
Yeah, we had a very small applicant pool this year. However, there were some great people in that interview, or in those interviews that applied. So I'm really excited to have all of these guys be joining us for the summer season, and I hope that the newer ones return next year. That'd be nice.
For sure. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
I'll have to abstain from this one.
Aye. Okay. Items regarding Health and Human Services Department, 17.
I move to approve the Consolidated Homeless Grant Contract number 24-46108-22 with Washington State Department of Commerce Housing Division to provide funding for the Coordinated Entry System, Housing Essential Needs, HEN, rapid rehousing and homelessness prevention programs, and additionally the permanent supportive housing for chronically homeless families, and confirm the director's signature.
And I second that motion.
State contract time, right, Katie?
It is, and I'm working on others for next meeting, so
Okay.
you guys are going to get a rush from us. This one is really standard, just our standard core housing funding we get from Department of Commerce that every 2 years renews. So
And we've had this
nothing
one
out of the ordinary here.
We've had this one for quite a while, right?
Yeah, probably. I think we're going on about 10 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item 18.
I move to approve the Memorandum of Understanding with Peninsula Poverty Response regarding the transfer of ownership of one travel trailer for charitable purpose to provide shelter and housing, and authorize the director to sign.
And I second that motion.
Is Todd breathing a sigh of relief?
Yeah, I think Todd's on the meeting here. We've been working on this one for a minute, as you guys know. But we'll be really happy that these trailers are going to get good put to good use and help house some people who need it. Yeah, it's Todd on.
Our hero.
Super Todd. Anything with wheels, Todd can get rid of eventually. No, and the fact that they're going to good places where they'll be utilized is wonderful. So,
Yeah.
thank you. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Boards and Commissions, item 19.
I move to approve the appointment of Christine Nevitt to a 2-year term on the Solid Waste Advisory Committee representing Citizen at Large, effective immediately.
And I second that.
Yeah, we appreciate Christine's willingness to be on this board. This is one that we've had trouble staffing. So we're really happy that she's willing to do that. Aren't we, Sean?
Yes, we definitely welcome individuals on that board specifically. It's definitely been a tough one to fill.
Do we still have several vacancies on that board?
Yeah, there's still a few open spots. I think we have 5 out of 9.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just have to keep plugging away. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Items regarding general business, item 20, we are deferring. Is that correct? Okay. We had to get our ducks in a row on that one. Make sure we did it correctly. Item 21.
I move to adopt findings of fact number 1 through number 24 and conclusions of law number 1 through number 2 pertaining to the Shoreline Master Program Ordinance number 192.
And I second that motion.
Is this the end of our process, Sean?
Yeah, this is the last thing that goes before the board. We also have been submitted to Ecology for their final review, which we should have in about 30 days. That would be effective, I believe, 30 days after their approval.
What did you say?
It'll be effective 30 days after Ecology's
Oh, okay.
approval.
All right. Yeah, thanks for all you and your office's work on this one. This was a fun one.
Yeah, definitely, and we definitely appreciate the help we got from ECG Watershed.
Absolutely.
Put in a lot of work on this project.
Absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item 22.
I move to adopt findings of fact number 1 through number 21 and conclusions of law number 1 through number 3 pertaining to the Critical Areas and Resource Lands Ordinance number 193.
And I second that motion.
And this one, we just did this wasn't a full out, this was just a few changes, right?
Yeah, this was just a couple minor updates to make the critical area ordinance consistent with the changes in the SMP, so there was no conflicts between the two. We'll be looking at a more thorough review here in the next couple years, where we'll do kind of a more intensive update, but this was just a couple minor edits, and again, this is just tying up the end of that process as well.
Perfect, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So I think no, we can do our others, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So we have 3 items that we can't do until after our public hearing at 10 o'clock. 4. 3. Anyway. But we do have 2 others. Other number 1.
I move to approve the award of Pacific County ARPA grant to the Ocean Park Food Bank, nonprofit organization, who has experienced a negative economic impact as a result of the COVID-19 public health emergency in the amount of $50,000, in accordance with the U.S. Treasury's final rule regarding the usage of coronavirus state and local fiscal recovery funds made available to Pacific County as part of the American Rescue Plan Act, to be paid from the American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA, Fund number 124, subject to adequate budget appropriations.
And I second that motion.
Paul?
Yes, the Ocean Park Food Bank approached Pacific County with a request for the county to contribute some of our ARPA dollars to the food bank. They serve a huge amount of people on the peninsula, and happy to be able to follow through with this request of $50,000 from our ARPA fund.
Okay. Yeah, and we're happy to be able to get that to them, so.
Something that actually feels good to do.
Yeah.
Which they serve a lot of people.
And I don't think we didn't realize they're open 4 days a week down there. So it's, it's pretty impactful. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Other number 2.
I move to approve the temporary engineering aid hires of Blakely Jurols, Ethan Nelson, and Carson Borden at a rate of $15.75 per hour, effective July 11th, 2023 through September 9th, 2023, all subject to adequate budget appropriations and successful completion of background checks.
And I second that motion.
Another group of good kids. We're always happy when we get them for the summers. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, so we will be back at 10 o'clock and do our public hearing, and then we will be able to complete the items on our agenda today. So we'll see you in about 32 minutes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All right. So it's 10 o'clock. We're back, and we will be going into our public comment period, which I need to find here. Here we go. Item 24. No, that's not right. 23. Yep. All right. So, anyone going to testify? Will you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that to the best of your knowledge, the testimony you are about to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
All right, start the clock.
Okay.
So we're here for the board to consider supplement/amendment number 3 to the fiscal year 2023 budget. The supplements brought before the board for consideration today are exactly the same as they were advertised in the paper, no modifications, but I will go through them for the record. Within the current expense fund, in fund number 001.314, which is the county fair, we have expenditures in the amount of $6,691. That is for railings on the existing bleachers and walk-through gates for the goat and sheep pens. And that's offset by grant revenue in the same amount from the John Mandel Family Trust Foundation. In the clerk's office, current expense fund number 001.400, we have offsetting FTE change +1 full-time equivalent, +1 FTE for a senior deputy clerk / financial position. This job description was approved at the labor management meeting back on June 1st of this year. And corresponding change within the same office, -1 FTE for the senior deputy clerk position. So it's +1 -1. Still within current expense, but fund number 001.600, Superior Court. That's the administration portion of Superior Court. Another FTE change, +1 -1. The +1 FTE is for the senior Superior Court administrator / recorder / family law facilitator position. This job description was also approved at that same labor management meeting back on June 1st of this year. And there is a -1 FTE for the Assistant Superior Court Administrator position. So again, +1 -1, no change to the full-time equivalents in Superior Court. Last FTE change, still within current expense. This is in the prosecutor's office now. Fund number 001.700, +1 FTE for a senior legal assistant position, and then -1 FTE for an administrative assistant 2 position. Moving outside of current expense into the health department, that's fund number 118. A lot of different expenditures offset by grant revenue. First one, $91,400 for professional services. This is offset by grant revenue in the same amount from the Washington State Department of Health. Next one for the health department, $31,205 for a 2023 Toyota Camry, offset by grant revenue also from Washington State Department of Health. Next, $10,838 for staff training, again offset by a grant from Washington State Department of Health. Next, $25,928 for housing assistance, this time offset by a grant in the same amount by the Washington State Department of Commerce. And finally, for the health department, $66,160 for emergency shelter and shelter case management, another grant from the Washington State Department of Commerce in the same amount. So all of the health department supplements, there's no fund balance impact. All of those expenses are offset by grants. Couple more funds. The next one is Fund number 143. That is the Department of Community Development. That's the environmental health portion of DCD. $88,584 for an interagency agreement with the Pacific Conservation District for work focused on restoration and maintaining salmon recovery. This is offset by a grant in the same dollar amount from the Recreation and Conservation Office. This is an RCO grant. Final supplement is for the Department of Public Works. It's the Equipment Rental and Revolving Fund, ER&R, the communications section of that fund, number 502-041. This is a $20,000 capital outlay for the KO site for transfer switches and generator controller. This one does not have offsetting revenue and requires the utilization of fund balance. And that's it. I think I made it right on time, huh?
Minutes to spare.
How about that?
Minutes to spare.
I would have lost that bet.
We still like you, Paul.
So we will close the public comment period. I don't believe anybody else is wanting to comment on this. By Mr. Harris. Do I hear a motion?
I move to adopt resolution number 2023-051 in the matter of supplement/amendment number 3 to the fiscal year 2023 budget.
And I second that motion.
All right. Any questions?
Paul answered.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So now we can go forth. We have a couple more. Item 24.
I move to adopt resolution number 2023-052 in the matter of modifying the personnel policy and procedures creating senior deputy county clerk/financial and the assistant superior court administrator/recorder/family law/guardianship facilitator local 367C job descriptions.
And I second that motion.
And what is it that you do?
That's a lot of hats.
So this is the one we just spoke about in the
Correct.
supplement, which was approved at Labor Management.
Yep, June 1st.
In the clerk's office. So,
Yes.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Items regarding clerk's office, item 25.
I move to approve the request to post, advertise, and hire a senior deputy county clerk financial, local 367C, union represented, grade 19, subject to adequate budget appropriations.
And I second that motion.
Would like to correct what I said earlier. It wasn't just the clerk's office, it was clerk and superior court.
Correct.
So, this is clerk's office, and do all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And items regarding the county fair, item 26.
I move to confirm the John Mandel Family Trust Foundation grant request for the county fairgrounds in the amount of $6,690.18 and confirm the fair manager's signature.
And I second that motion.
It's very generous of the Mandel Family Trust. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I think that concludes our business
I think so.
for the day. We will recess until 10:30 when we will come back and go into executive session, I believe, for an hour.
Correct.
Is that our initial?
That's right.
Okay. All right. If we need to extend it, we will come out and do so. And we're online? Okay. So we are back. It's 10 o'clock. We are about to go into executive session. This is July 11th, 2023. The board will now meet in executive session for the purpose of performance of a public employee and potential litigation as provided by RCW 42.30.110 subsection GI. GI, like gastrointestinal. Oh, okay. The board will go into session for approximately 1 hour. If we need more time, we will come back and let you all know. It's 10:31. We will be out approximately 11:30. Thank you very much. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. We've been trying to get our recordings back in. It's 11:32. We are out of executive session. No decisions were made. We do have one item we need to do, though. it was determined that our motion on item 24 in the regular session was inaccurate, so we're going to rescind that. And I will, it doesn't change anything, it's just the wording was not correct. To fully, or to reflect what the job is. So we're going to redo that, and I will entertain a motion.
I move to adopt resolution number 2023-052 in the matter of modifying the personnel policy and procedures, creating senior deputy county clerk / financial, and the senior superior court administrator / recorder / family law / guardianship facilitator, local 367C job descriptions.
And I'll second that motion.
All right, yeah, I think we had an assistant word in there rather than a senior, so.
And that was my error.
Yeah, so, I don't think there's any questions. I think it's just a housekeeping thing, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. That concludes our business for July 11th, 2023. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, kids.